So this episode now is all about the month of February and what is special about February, which is love. Just kidding. Love is important in a way.
Yeah, but people
this is
are
what people are hard to love. Is that what you're gonna say?
no,
is that what you're gonna say?
people. No, the reason because of course Valentine's Day is on February, so that's why we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about. And on Valentine's Day, people only think of one love, right?
One love, one. Yeah, maybe.
No, they do.
I actually romantic love.
Yeah.
This is episode like 12 already. So 12 years old.
12 episodes in maybe like a year. Almost actually.
It's been a year. It's been a year.
It's been a year.
So it's been a month since we posted.
Last recorded or posted.
Yeah. And welcome back to Farsight Podcast. I hope you're waiting for us to upload. And if you're not, it's okay.
They're like, oh, they exist? I forgot.
We're just here to, express our thoughts as teenagers, which is what Farsight Podcast is all about. But before that, if you're listening to this episode for the first time, if you don't know who I am your lover.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta put in the Valentine joke somewhere in this.
That wasn't even
episode.
good.
Was it not? Okay. So I'm Brian. Anyway, I'm Brian. With me is my assistant. Joke.
Okay. But anyway, I am the other host, Hazel. Ready to serve some
Coffee.
looks. That's so mean. Okay, like we're supposed to talk about
Yes, queen, serve.
working with difficult people. Okay,
Yeah.
wait, anyways.
So the whole reason for this episode is to how to deal with difficult people. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm so right now. I'm getting giggle. Oh,
Giggle.
okay. Giggle?
What with
Giggle.
me?
With everything.
Okay. To start off the episode, Valentine's. That's the word. What is Valentine's for you?
Well, for me, since I guess it's a holiday that everyone celebrates, especially couples. It's a day where they do something romantic by like buying them chocolate, giving them stuffed toys.
I want chocolate.
I mean, everyone wants chocolate, but obviously it's to their significant other only. And I guess it's just one day where you can just be all romantic with your partner, I guess. But that's what I know of Valentine's Day. I don't really know like the origin or something, but that's how I look and view Valentine's Day.
The main topic of today isn't, just about Valentine's. I just want to talk about Valentine's because
that's why we're talking about
this
our topic.
Yeah, our topic. Because also, it's the recent special event that that happened. I think you said it pretty much. It's a celebration of love, romantic love, and a celebration of
and a celebration of hurt for the singles.
Lamau. But one thing I really like about Valentine's though is that I like the whole idea of celebrating love itself. And even I think it doesn't have to be just romantic love. It could be any type of love, to celebrate for Valentine's. So I think that's one of the things we want to talk about. But with a twist.
Sheesh.
Sheesh. No. Welcome. Okay, what we want to talk about is loving your enemies, loving the people who are hard to love. You know, like, can you think of anyone
Oh
right
yes,
now?
I can.
What?
Yeah, I can think of any or one person.
Okay,
That's difficult.
that's difficult to love.
I have two
Mm-hmm.
in mind.
Sisters.
No, actually, I've been, we're pretty chill
Okay.
together, we're pretty.
Okay, so far kasi the past few times you've been like, oh, my sister did this, my sister did that.
Well, now it just comes and goes. That's
It
just
comes
sibling
and goes.
thing.
Okay, I see, I see.
But there's just one that has been really irritating me
You don't have to
lately.
be specific.
No,
You can just say
you
you have two.
asked. You asked. No, okay, but I guess an example. Let's say,
An example, okay.
I guess I would say you because I think
You see that, guys? I'm being hated.
we no. It's just that there's so many things.
Here we go.
There's no.
Every time
There's
this,
just
everything, every time.
there's
I'm
just
being roasted.
things. No. I'm not roasting you. There's just times and things that whatever I expect. Let's say we're gonna meet at a certain time,
Nice.
and then you're like, "Oh, sorry, can we move it?" And then I'm already ready, and it's like already that time. Like there are things that could be more coordinated. More.
Guys, I'm just a person.
But I'm just saying, just right now, you. Just kidding.
Nice.
I was kidding.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm just saying.
She's
I'm
not.
neither confirming nor denying.
You know the thing is, people say that they're kidding to like cover up their tracks.
No, I'm just trying to be funny.
Or you're trying to be polite. I have a lot of people who are hard to love. Kasi I think it's different talaga when you define hard to love. Right. What type of definition of, hard to love, hard to love for you?
I mean, for me, it's the people that, first of all, I dislike. It's either
Are you saying you dislike me?
no. Okay, I'm giving you you examples, or like the criterias. It's just honestly, it's the people that you either do not love or
I
like
see.
dislike, or it's either the people that you love dearly or you just care for.
But just have like,
There's just
unbalance.
it's either 0 or 100 because
I see.
you have different expectations and different reactions to people that you dislike, and for the people that you do care for, when you do see their good side or see a side where you can love them, I think it can be difficult when you see something that's difficult because you're so used to
see.
love and caring them, or just like being cool with them. And then there can be days where it's difficult because I don't know, it can be you, it can be them, or like both.
Right.
But yeah,
I think for me it's like, I think that is one of the definitions of, I think for everybody it's different about the definition of hard to love. Because what I think hard to love is, you're trying to make an effort to love them, even though the struggle is is hard. Wait, what? The struggle is hard? What? What?
the struggle is real.
The struggle? No, yeah, exactly. I think it's really different for everybody. I guess the definition of hard to love. Like for me, the definition of hard to love for me is, you're trying to love somebody, talaga parang you're making effort to love them, but obstacles, struggle is real. and everything. That's a definition of hard to love for me. So I think for me, the people who are hard to love for me is like the people who are who are closest to you, like
Mm-hmm.
super closest, like super closest, like your family, like especially your parents. As a teenager, I
Yo,
think
they're
we
your
all,
yeah.
I think we all been there. Like as a teenager, we tend to struggle, to love our parents because we get mad at them sometimes, right? Whenever we want something and they don't give it, that's where like, ano ba yan?
That's when arguments and all the
Yeah, that's exactly.
misunderstanding, emotions, because of course we're teenagers, our hormones are like out of control,
And we'll be like, we want,
and we're independent. We can
yeah,
do
we'd be
things on
like,
our
we want independent,
own.
no, we want to be independent,
Yeah,
stuff like that. And I think that's one of the definition of hard to love, and one of the people who are hard to love for me, who are the people who are hard to love for me is, the people who are closest to me.
you're like pointing
I'm
like
not gonna
yeah.
name drop because I'm not, I'm not mean like
I'm not. It's not
this.
that I mean. It's just you ask.
Yeah, but I agree though. You are one of the people in that list that are hard to
Obviously,
love, especially the
I
closest
do it on
talaga.
purpose.
Especially your parents, or especially someone close to you, like your brother, your sister, or someone who's really, 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 really close to you talaga. It can be really hard to love because you're making effort to love them, but there's an obstacle like their annoyance or their foolishness that gets into your nerves. That makes it difficult.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I think hard to love is.
Basically,
Especially
when they're annoying.
when they're annoying. I'm saying, yeah, I'm literally saying
Yeah.
that teenagers can be like us, can be annoyed at their parents. There's no such thing as perfect love. There
In the
is
world's
in this world. In
in
this world,
this world.
there's no such thing as perfect love in this world. We all know who is the perfect love, though. Everybody say Jesus. It's like Sunday kids
Sunday
church.
school.
Okay, yeah, Sunday. Okay, everybody say who in this world.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jesus. But I'm not lying though. Am I lying though?
Yeah. No.
What,
You're
what
not
did you say?
lying.
Yes.
I said I agreed. Like, basta. You're not lying.
Yeah, I'm not lying though, cause only with this perfection talaga that we can find true love. And I'm not saying like romantic love,
Mm.
but it's the love that we need when we're dealing with difficult people. We cope with many things when we're dealing with difficult people. How about you? How do you cope with like difficult people? How do you cope with, per se, your own words, quotation, me and the dog?
Um. I mean,
I don't
first of
know. I don't
all,
know if
it's
that's
it's different
okay.
when it comes to a person or an animal.
I see.
You being the animal. No.
Me being
I
the
was kidding. I
wow.
was kidding. Okay.
See,
No.
this is the definition of tough love.
No. Because how I deal with it is in my own way. I've even heard it from like my parents
Mm-hmm.
and stuff that I like or I vocalize how I feel because my emotions. I'm sensitive. I take it seriously, and what I do is like I vocalize my emotions.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really have to be to the person. It could be to my, sisters. It can
Oh, like
it can just
ranting.
it's like ranting or just, oh, I feel this way
I see.
and stuff. And when I'm feeling frustrated, I have to say it out loud
Mm-hmm.
because that's how I release or at least not, build it up inside of
Mm-hmm.
me. So I voice it out. And then after voicing it out, it's different from when you think, because when you think, you can get sidetracked and you can, not get things straight. But when you say it out loud, it just sounds simpler. And
True.
then from there on, I
Oh, kasi it's hard to like bottle up emotions. So it's
mhm.
better to release it.
Yeah,
That's what you're
so
saying.
so I don't act upon how I feel kasi. So I don't want to um be in that state of frustration and stress. And then from there on, I just figure it out.
Figure it out.
It's either I'm the problem, it can be them, it could just be,
True.
understanding of both situations, or even, just taking time, not being, or just taking time, whether
Right.
it's off of your computer work or school, because yeah, those are the things that can be stressful, is when you're still in that environment.
Yeah, I think for me and how I deal with people who are difficult to love. When I say difficult to love, I'm not saying I hate them.
Mm.
I'm saying I'm making an effort to love them. When people say difficult to love, they can mean, oh, they hate this person. But no,
Mm-hmm.
having someone who is difficult to love doesn't necessarily mean you hate the person. So
Mm-hmm.
when I cope with difficult people or difficult people to love, I I don't I don't take it personally.
Mm.
I know there's always a way to fix things. Even if we argue, even if my parents and I argue, at the end of the day I'd still, love the person. That's how I cope with love. If they do something that you hate, even if they do something that you don't agree with, even if you argue, don't take it personally.
Mm. Because it's in the height of your or their emotions.
Right. And if you really love the person, at the end of it all, you'd still love the person. And that's how I work. This is a great example talaga, like a love between a son and the parents. There are times now you're gonna shout at your parents. There are times that you're gonna um have super intense fights with your parents. I think we're gonna be all going all through that. And the question is, even if you go through that, would you still love the person? Diba? Will you? Syempre, kasi it's your parents. So that's one of the things I do when I'm dealing with someone difficult. Even if we don't agree on something, even if we fight, and even if we, you know,
Oh, yo, chill. Chill, I saw from your mirror, you're grabbing something.
grabbing my monitor, pretending it's someone. Uh,
Chill.
you know,
Yeah.
but yeah. Even if we hate someone, even if we love someone, oh what? No, even if we hate or get annoyed at someone at some point in time,
Mm.
I think it shouldn't be the reason why we shouldn't love them. I think it should be the reason why we should love them even more. Because it's saying that I want more patience
Mm.
in order to love you. Like ganun. What is your learnings about difficult people to love? Kasi
Mm.
I know naman na it's just not it's not only me and Juno. I know there are like people
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
go through that are difficult talaga. Kunya
Mm-hmm.
that may have hurt you. Like how do you like what are the things you've learned when going through those people and the people like you've overcome already or moved on from?
I think one thing, I think I have like two answers, but for one thing, it's that some of our needs, let's say a kid, they really want to go to the park, or they really want this toy. And they make a fuss about it if you don't get it for them,
Mm-hmm.
and they really want it. For us, it's not really a big deal because, of course, we have different situations that are more important to us. So I think what we need to understand is that there are different needs that we, need, that we want. And
Mm.
when that isn't met and the other person obviously doesn't understand, that can be difficult because, we're not in that situation where we're that kid. We're like, there's just different priorities that we have.
Right.
And of course, like, as you know for your parents, or for parents um in general, it's difficult for them to connect since it's a different generation.
Mm.
We're in a pandemic. We want to be socializing. We want to maybe get these certain things and wants that they didn't understand, or something that they haven't really gone through. And so you have to be considerate of the perspective of that person, because everyone's in a different situation.
Like being more sensitive.
Yeah, being sensitive and open-minded of, okay, like, I don't know what they're going through. I don't know why they're making such a big fuss about doing this
Right.
or that, when
I like it.
they don't really experience it, or they don't really have it,
Yeah. I think that's really one of the main keys of coping with difficult people, is that understanding their own situation, and being you have to be mindful of like what they're going through.
And what they can provide.
All right, so when to end of like the episode, when people think about love, they think, oh, love,
We make
romantic love.
hugats. Sana all.
I mean, it's true naman because it's Valentine's.
Kaya nga. I'm trying to add on
It's the
to.
main purpose, but nothing wrong with that. But I
Mm.
realize we fail to see the other side of love. Hazel, what is love for you?
Grabe
What
naman.
what is what is the main point of love for you? What is it, your definition of love,
What
pare?
is love? For me, the common thing, or the root thing with love, I mean, yes, it can come in different forms, but when it comes from your heart, talaga, that's the number one thing that is common with all the ways that people love. It really comes from the heart.
At the bottom of the heart.
No, but I don't know how to explain it.
Which
It's just,
no, it's true though. It's true. It comes from it's
it really comes
you know
from.
yeah, it really comes from your heart. That's the thing about love. Love, we all think it's a feeling, but it is not, my friend. It is not. No, I'm saying now, love isn't a feeling entirely. It's not a feeling. Love isn't like a feeling. It's love is something you intentionally do. Like what you said, nga. Love is from yourself, from your heart. It's a decision. It's an intentional decision that someone makes for someone.
Yeah, and to add, because I watched these baby. Okay, it's it's weird,
A baby?
but I
Oh,
watched
no.
these babies who were emotionally deprived,
Akala ko. Okay.
and love is really something that you have to learn, because it's really something that has to be nurtured. Love has to be nurtured, and something that needs to be developed, because now that we've learned it from like maybe a very young age, it's gonna be natural.
People say give love, not feel love, because love is something you give, not something you feel. It's something you develop yourself in order for you to give to other people. All right, so you've reached the end of the episode. Once again, that's loving someone difficult. And that's episode 12 of Foresight Podcast. I hope you've learned a lot from what, our intake about love and how to love difficult people and stuff.
Yeah, but thank you if you did reach the end. I know
Congrats!
some people can just leave it halfway, but we
Yeah.
appreciate the patience.
I will now give you a badge for staying,
An achievement.
an achievement. Although it's not physical, it's
It comes from the heart.
it comes from the heart.
So if you do like this episode and many others that you want to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
you can look forward to content and all the stuff on our Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast at
Everywhere na lang.
Farside Podcast. So if you want to see things visually, follow us
We
on
have
Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube
Yeah.
for visuals.
Visuals. If you want to see us.
And if you
Think.
want more audible stuff, that's Spotify and
Apple
Apple Podcast.
If you're fancy Apple Podcast. All right, so that's it for this episode. Do you have any last lessons about love? Any last words?
Men are trash. Okay.
Whoa! Oh my god! But it's true though. We are trash.
Okay,
It's a
but
sad reality.
anyways, we'll see you
On-
on
That's my line.
the
Far
side
of
the
moon.